live on all the other places, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Here we go. Instagram. Hello. Welcome to your weekly sales supercharge, coming to you live from the RV. Today we are at the beach, and today's live stream is going to be a quickie, but in a good way. We're on family vacay mode a little bit, but I am so committed to showing up for you. And I wanted to talk today about what is your strategy for successful market expansion? And so if you're joining live, hey there, Ruth. Hey there, Lindsay. We are talking about successful market expansion today. If you're joining live, pop me a comment. Let me know how you are feeling called to expand today in your sales, in your career, in your life. I want to know. And I'm going to go into 3 quick things that you can do to expand more in your sales, your career, and your life. And as always, if you're live, hey, Lisa on Facebook, so good to see you. If you're live, put your questions in the comments. I love having this time for us to engage together, to have conversation. And I want to, hey, Linda on Facebook, I want to know what your questions are on this. So 3 things, 3 keys that I would say in my own life are working right now for expansion, because that feels, at least to me, that kind of feels like the season. And let me know, give me a heart or give me a yes if this is a season of expansion for you as well. And in what area are you looking to expand? Is it in your sales? Is it in your lifestyle? Is it in your giving, in your contribution? But that just is so the kind of the theme that's on my heart these days. And I think the first key is it has to have a strong purpose. Your expansion has to have a strong purpose. And so this is where, thank you for the hearts. This is where I love incorporating principles that, Wayne Dyer or Eastern, some of the Eastern concepts of spirituality teach, which are more about connection. To me, it's always about asking that question, how may I serve? How may I serve? And so the purpose of the expansion, if your purpose is validation, if your purpose is more money for the sake of just having a pile of money sitting there, that's not a powerful purpose for expansion. And to me, the way in which expansion is going to feel most effortless, the way in which you are going to expand most powerfully is going to be by coming from that place of service. And for me in my heart, it's like what we're doing here at She Sells, I feel like is meant to change so many lives that I want to expand and get the message out to as many people as we possibly can. But asking that question of how may I serve, and making that the overarching purpose behind your expansion is going to it's going to keep you grounded, and it's going to make it way more successful as well. The second thing, and this is, so again, I said I've got 3 things for you. 2 of them are mindset. One is more tactical. This is the tactical one. If you're looking to expand, you don't have to necessarily go it alone, right? Or go rogue. And I think this is where, if you've got any of the lone wolf conditioning, like I can't rely on other people, or I've got to go it all on my own, which is very much like that was part of my conditioning for a long time. I'm constantly working on releasing that. But it's about looking at how can I leverage partnerships? So who already has your audience? Who already has your audience? And the previous company that I was a founding team member of, we literally grew to multi 7 figures in the first year just by leveraging partnerships and leveraging relationships. And it wasn't having to build from scratch. But so looking at who already has my audience. So whether it's, saying you're going to go on different podcasts and using Listen Notes, the platform Listen Notes, to find all your dream podcasts out there that you want to go on. And then from there, you can think about doing things like, if it's a big show, offer to give the host a percentage of sales that come from that particular podcast. There's so many tactical things you can do here, and ways you can make it a real win-win for that show host. Joint live streams, right? Make a list. Who's already in front of my audience, and how can I make it, again, a win-win for them? If somebody else is hosting a show, whether it's a live stream, whether it's a podcast, I just got off doing a podcast episode with an incredible leader in the sales space. You may know his name, Jamie Shanks. He actually really started the whole field of social selling. So that'll be coming for you soon. But that's fresh on my mind because when you go on somebody else's show, if you can make it easy for them to interview you, they're like, yes, this is a dream. I don't have to spend a bunch of time prepping for a whole episode today, right? So you make it easy for them, and it'll be a win-win. Thank you so much, Tamika. It's so good to see you today, by the way. And then also, like, if let's say that you want to speak publicly and you want to get in front of other audiences through speaking, directoryofassociations.com, one of the best places that you can go and get in front of other people's audiences is speak in front of associations. They literally exist to have meetings. Meetings need speakers. And so it can be a fast and easy way for you to get in front of other people's audiences and grow and expand that way. So again, one of the mantras that I have in life is let it be easy. And if it feels like you're having to like push a rock uphill and like it's hard to expand, you might be trying to go it alone, right? You might not be leaning into relationships and again, podcasts, live streams. Go to again that directory of associations link.com. It's not sponsored by them. It's just something that I share with my clients. And that's really the more tactical one. Now, the third, and this is where I think, so much of what we teach and so much of the work that we do in the She Sells world, it's about alignment and it's about being the person who has the result that you desire in life. So, are you being the person who has that level of expansion? So, whatever the expansion is, whatever the level of expansion is that you desire, how are you being them in all ways? And that means looking at your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And I'll just give a super quick example. Hey, Kelly, good to see you. A super quick example. I think I've shared this on the live stream before, but my vision right now and the way in which we're expanding is we're expanding from 7 to 8 figures, and that's not about money. I mean, obviously having that level of abundance is wonderful. Yes. But to me, what we're doing is so important that it needs to be at that scale. And when I started really looking at what's the difference between a 7 figure CEO versus an 8 figure CEO, 8 figures is way more about expansion. It's about doing it through other people. And it's about things not being so contingent on me, but being able to be systematized and automated. So if you've been following behind the scenes on my Instagram stories, you've seen I'm like putting on my programming hat these days and figuring out how to automate and streamline all of our systems because that's in alignment with that person who has the result I want. So I'm not saying that that's what you got to do to get to your next level, but what I would say is look at for the person who has the level of expansion that you desire, what's their mindset? How do they feel? What's the structure of, if you're an entrepreneur, what's the structure of their company? How do they run their sales? How do they treat their clients? And then from there, reverse engineer. And your job is to start being that person. And as you be that person, become that person, you'll start to have ideas, inspirations, downloads of actions you can take that will get you closer to that goal as well. So that's it for today. Your 3 keys to expansion. I am going to go. I've got to hop off for a quick mastermind accountability call. But again, let me know, send me a DM. What's your biggest takeaway from this? Which of the 3 are you going to implement? And I hope this served you today. So I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of your week. Lots of love. And I will see you next week on our next live stream. Bye for now.